is Floronic Man so fine? We are on episode 2 of season 5 of Harley Quinn. We got an incredible introduction to Dr. Woodrue. So let's talk about it. And spoilers if you aren't up to date with Harley Quinn. Before we get into Woodrue, I need to talk about Lena because the more that I see her character, the less I trust her. Obviously, Aisha Tyler is incredible. And there were some moments that made me feel like she is being authentic. The initial reaction Ivy has to Woodrue and how she's like, listen, you need to get it right. I've done all this stuff for you. I thought was an appropriate response to someone that you're organizing a whole thing for. Because although Ivy is a villain, technically Lena is not. And you just can't walk around like you're the head of the Legion of Villains anymore. That being said, her making sure that they got into that country club was very weird. Now, could be that she's doing it because she's their friend and she genuinely likes them, like the reasons that she rattled off she actually believed. But I'm watching her, okay? Something is fishy about her. Now, let's talk about the origin story of the Floronic Man because I so very much enjoyed what they did with it here on the show. Now, for the last couple of seasons, the show has been mending different origin stories to fit our two protagonists. And to me, this one was done the best. Seeing their blossoming relationship, his lingering worry, not just of his grants, but of her blossoming intelligence. Even when we first see them in the classroom and she's challenging him, he's playing around, but the first thing he says is like, why you gotta be like that? And then kind of pushes it off as a joke. And I was worried when we got back to the present and it seemed like they had chemistry, but I should put more trust in my girl. One, because she's in a solid relationship with Harley. Honestly, one of the most concrete relationships I've seen on screen, but also all of the growth that we've seen with Ivy, particularly with the growth that we've seen between her and Swamp Thing. I know, I really hope I get to see Swamp Thing again. He's voiced by Sam Richardson, and if this picture doesn't show you enough, just know that their dynamic would be very interesting, especially since he is close friends with Ivy. But yeah, the way that my skin crawled when he locked her in this room and then tried to apologize later, absolutely not. I'm so glad she went to kill him. Because I'm not going to lie, this is kind of sexy. I thought she was going to do a little bit extra, but killing is fine. That being said, we see in the final scene that Floronic Man is coming. So now we have potentially Lena Luthor, Brainiac, and Floronic Man out for blood. And we're only on episode 2. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. Side note, if you want to see more of Floronic Man, he's actually in Batman the Animated Series. There are more colleagues here, but I had to share this picture because this Ivy eats. I love her so much. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and give this episode 5 out of 5 Frankie Flames, hands down.